I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will learn how to sketch graph of a function from given conditions, especially when we are given the derivative of the function. So the question here is, sketch a continuous graph that satisfies each set of conditions. F prime x is less than 0 when x is between 0 to 3. That means derivative of the function is negative when x is between 0 to 3. Then it says derivative of the function is positive greater than 0 when x is less than 0 and when x is greater than 0. And then we have that the function itself, the value of the function at 0 is 8 and value of the function at 3 is minus 1. So to sketch this, let's approximately make a graph here, right? So we are worried about 0 and 3, so I'll work on more on this side. So what we're given here is that the derivative is negative when we are between 0 and 3, right? So the derivative is kind of like this. This graph represents the graph of the derivative for us, right? This is derivative. So this is derivative f dash x or f prime x as you want to say. Well, this is 0 and this is 3. You get the condition, right? Now, as far as the function is concerned, you are given that the value of function at 0 is 8. So 8 is the value of function at 0. And at 3, it is, let us say, minus 1. So let's say this is minus 1. Now, how will this help us to sketch? This is what we need to figure out. Now, as you can see here, let's try to analyze this situation a bit more. When we say that the derivative is changing from positive to negative, that means kind of like this. Derivative, we are analyzing the derivative itself. Positive means it is like tangent will be positive and then tangent is negative. So what we have here is kind of a maximum. Do you see? This is a maximum for us. In this case, derivative is changing from negative to positive. So before this point here, we kind of have a slope like this, right? So we have a slope which is negative and thereafter it is positive. So we have a minimum at this point. So we have a minimum at this point. So kind of like this. The graph will be kind of like this. Is it okay? Now, so that is the nature of graph. And secondly, you should know this is derivative. So the function f of x should be, f of x should be cubic, right? So if you have this kind of like, so f of x is cubic for you. So cubic function which can satisfy this condition could be kind of like this. Do you see that? So you could connect this kind of like this and go ahead. So that will be the function itself. Do you see how easily we can draw this, provided we understand the situation? Now look at it. If you see the function, any tangent on the left side of 0 will be positive. That is, derivative is positive. Beyond this point, it is negative, and at this point, it is 0. Those are the turning points, right? So 0 and 3 are the turning points of the functions. So that is how you can actually make the graph of the function from the information given to you, right? So I hope that helps. So consider couple of things: increasing, decreasing intervals to find out a relative maximum and minimum value, and then also analyze the interval. So from minus infinity to 0, the function is increasing, and thereafter it decreases up to 3 and then increases after 3. With turning points at 0 and 3, the first turning point here is the maximum and the second one is the minimum, and these are both local maximum and minimum. I hope that understanding helps you to draw your questions or to sketch the graph of the function in your test. Thank you and all the best.